I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful piece of mantle art, perfect not just for Christmas, but all the way through winter. It even has a nice warm glow for those cold winter nights. And as always, delicious treats. Welcome to my channel, Craft, Eat, Repeat. Hey guys, it's Aneka and welcome to my channel, Craft, Eat, Repeat. So today I wanted to make a little piece of decor that is kind of Christmassy but will take me all the way through winter. Because Christmas is almost here, but the winter will be here for months and months longer than I would like it to be. I got the inspiration for this project from another YouTuber. Her name is Ashley Loren and she's amazing, but she uses like power tools and she builds these beautiful things. She has so many great craft ideas, but like I just don't have all those tools. So I wanted to try to recreate it in a way that I could do it and you could do it at home if you don't have all the tools that she used. But definitely go and check out her channel because the sign that she made was beautiful and I want you guys to see it. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Everybody, if you haven't already, hit that notification bell so you'll be ready when my next project comes out. And you guys, I love to get comments from you guys. I love to hear what's going on in your lives, so leave me a comment down in the comment section. All right, guys, let's get started. It's time to craft. I started out with 2 pieces of wood that I got from Lowe's. These were already pre-cut in just the right size. I'll leave the dimensions down in the description box for you, but really what matters is how long you want it to be. This was about 2 feet and both of them fit together perfectly. Then I spray painted them. I spray painted the bottom piece to be a nice deep dark brown and the back piece to be a nice off-white color. I did have to spray paint them about 2 or 3 times to make sure that the color was nice and even. Next, I'm going to attach them to each other using Gorilla Glue. So I'm just going to take my glue and put it on my bottom piece. And I'm going to attach it right on top. Now I did need to shift and make sure that this was nice and even, flush against the bottom piece because I wanted it to stand up by itself and I didn't want it to be uneven. I probably didn't need to use quite as much glue as I did, so you guys can be a little more reserved with that. I grabbed some things that I had on hand. Sometimes I'm embarrassed, guys, with what I use in my house now that I'm recording this on video, but I used some boxes that I had on hand to weight down my wood pieces until the glue was able to dry. Once it was dried, I had a nice base to put my mantle art on. Now I got this little garland of houses from Target Dollar Spot, so you guys can go out and look for those. I know sometimes Dollar Spot is a little iffy with what they have though, so I'm going to go ahead and look for some on Amazon for you guys, and if I find some similar, I'll link it down in the description box. Next I used Mod Podge to fill in the holes because this was a garland. It had a string through it and I didn't want the holes showing in my finished product. So I just filled it with Mod Podge and let that dry. Next I took some Mod Podge and some white paint, and you guys can see that that house, the top of it is already painted white. That's because when I was experimenting with this, I went ahead and painted the tops white before I did this step, but then I realized that it wasn't necessary. You can just do it all in one step and save yourself some time. I added a little bit of glitter to my white paint Mod Podge mixture, and this just added a little bit of texture. You couldn't really see the glitter inside of the paint, but it made it kind of bumpy, like if there was snow really on the houses. And then I just added a little bit of glitter right on top to give it that extra little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to take my mixture and I'm just going to dab it all over the top of my house. I want the top to look nice and textured, like there's snow on there, so I'm being very generous with the amount that I'm putting on my house. And then I'm going to sprinkle it again with some glitter just to make sure it's nice and shiny. And this is how it looks when it's finished. It's a little bit textured, you got a little bit of sparkliness from the glitter, and I just love the way it looks. Next, I'm going to use a string of lights, and these are just the fairy string lights. I got them off of Amazon. They come in a pack of 6 or 8, I think, but they boil down to about $1.25 a piece. And I love the way they look, even better than the Dollar Tree lights, because they have a nice warm glow. This is the warm white option. I'll go ahead and link that down in the description box below, just in case you want to get a box for yourself. I just used a hot glue gun and attached my string of lights to the base of my mantle art. Now, I folded it in half, and I probably could have folded it in 3 times. So if you're doing this at home, just go ahead and play with it. It's also going to depend on the length that you chose for your piece to be. But I did fold it back and forth on itself so that I would get the maximum amount of lights that I could into my project. When it came to the back, I just used a little bit of hot glue and attached the extra wire to the back. If I had gone back and forth 3 times, I wouldn't have had so much extra. But I did want to leave it out in the back so that I can change the battery when needed. Next, I came along with that mixture of Mod Podge, white paint, and glitter, and I just painted right over my string of fairy lights. I tried not to get too much paint on the light parts so that the lights would still shine through, and it worked beautifully. Then I added a little bit more glitter to get that sparkliness that I love in the project. Once that was dry, I grabbed my houses from my Garland and I just hot glued them right onto the base of my piece of art. Now I used a ruler, well, sort of a ruler, a makeshift ruler that I found, but at least I'm not using my kids' toys this time to measure my straight edges, so I guess that's an upgrade. But I just used that to make sure that when I put the houses on, they were nice and straight and in a row. I just kept gluing until all my houses were on, and I absolutely love the way it came out. I love the brown, the off-white, the white of the snow, that little bit of glitter in there, and I love the warm glow that's right behind these houses. This reminds me of a town that I might see in one of my cheesy Christmas movies that I love so much. I did decide to go ahead and put a bow on top just to give it a little bit of extra decoration. I'm going to leave this up all the way through winter. When next Christmas comes around, I think I might add maybe some red berries or some ornaments. Who knows? This piece can go a lot of different ways. Okay guys, and now it's time to eat. I'm going to show you how to make some delicious cookies that are so easy. We're going to start out, we're going to start out with a box of chocolate fudge cake mix, some butter, some cream cheese, and because the cream cheese is in there, it can get a little bit salty, so make sure to use unsalted butter in this recipe. I'm also going to add 1 egg. I'm going to mix my dough, and it does get pretty sticky and thick, so you're going to have to use your muscles on this one, but just keep mixing and mixing until it's completely combined. Next, I'm going to grab a pack of the fun size York peppermint patties. I'm going to grab my baking sheet lined with parchment paper and a little bit of nonstick spray. Next, I'm going to take my cookie batter and just flatten it out with my fingers. I'm going to put 1 peppermint patty right in the middle and cover it all up. I'm going to place it on my baking sheet and continue like that. This makes about 15 to 16 cookies in all. Once they're done, I'm going to take them and put them in an oven that's been preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to leave them in there for about 10 or 11 minutes. And when they're done, they come out like this. They spread beautifully. I like to put a little bit of powdered sugar right on top, and they have this delicious melty chocolate and pepperminty goodness right in the middle. These come together so quickly. They're perfect for a holiday gathering or honestly any snowy winter night where you just need a little bit of chocolate and mint in your life. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you liked the video or just say hello. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time when we repeat it all again.